In Udoma, they whisper that desperation can open doors no mortal should ever touch. And when a mother kneels before forbidden powers, something always follows her home. Now the question is this. Is the child she received a long-awaited blessing? Or the quiet beginning of a curse that will demand blood before it finally rests? Let's find out. Please, follow, like, and share. For more interesting African stories. In the quiet village of Udoma, where the nights were cold and the moon always looked tired, lived a woman who had tasted suffering more than suffering itself. Her name was Ngozi, a woman whose heart had carried more graves than memories. She had given birth to 7 children, and buried all 7 with her own hands. Each child came into her life like light, and left like smoke. Not one of them lived to see their first birthday. Ngozi's tears became part of the soil, her cries became the sound of her compound. Her poor knees had touched every prayer house, every church, every shrine, every corner where hope was believed to live. Yet joy still refused her. She sacrificed goats, chickens, and yams. She danced by the river under the moonlight until her legs shook. She offered kola nuts to the gods of fertility, sang pleading songs to the ancestors, and cooked feasts for the village children, hoping the gods would take pity on her empty arms. But nothing worked. At first the villagers sympathized. They brought her soup when she was weak, sat with her during nights of mourning, and cried with her as another tiny coffin was lowered into the red earth. But soon the whispers began. I think she's cursed. Maybe the gods are angry with her. We must stay away before her bad luck follows us. Mothers pulled their children aside. Young women avoided sitting beside her at the market. Men no longer greeted her with respect. And so, Ngozi became alone with her sorrow. At night the village slept, but Ngozi did not. She cried until the moon hid behind clouds, until the crickets went silent, until her voice cracked. And every night, she hugged herself and whispered, all hope is not lost, all hope is not lost, but even she no longer believed it. She begged the gods until her voice broke, but the gods remained silent. One night, filled with pain and trembling with hopelessness, Ngozi left her hut and walked into the forbidden forest, a place no one in Udoma dared to enter. She reached the ancient stream of Ukomaka, the river goddess cast out long ago for her greed. Ngozi fell to her knees and cried, Ukomaka, river mother, give me a child. Just one child. I will do anything you ask. The river began to glow, a cold wind circled her, and the goddess rose from the water shining like molten gold. The goddess spoke, I will give you a daughter, a beauty too bright for human eyes. But listen well. Whatever she desires must be given to her. The day she asks and is denied, I will take her back. Without thinking, Ngozi agreed. Hope had finally returned to her heart. 2 months later, she became pregnant. Her skin glowed as if she carried the sun inside her. Even the women who once mocked her now whispered in envy, the gods have remembered her. When the child was born, the whole village felt changed, as if a blessing or a curse had passed over the land. The baby girl was breathtaking, skin smooth like fresh cream, eyes blue like deep water, and a glow around her face like morning sun. The midwife even said she saw a whole river moving inside the child's eyes. They named her Adiku, daughter of wealth. Her father adored her. Her mother worshipped her. By the time Adiku turned 5, she behaved like a queen who had a hidden crown somewhere. Every morning she woke up giving orders. Papa, I want bush rabbit today. Mama, cook bitter leaf soup with the rabbit. Her father smiled proudly, anything for you, my princess. Her mother replied softly, yes, my queen. Adiku demanded many things, even things she didn't need. She grew proud, bold, untouchable. When playing with other children she commanded, remove your clothes and put them on the ground. I can't stain mine. And they obeyed, her eyes alone frightened them. As she grew, her parents sold their belongings to satisfy her endless desires. Her father worked until his hands cracked. Her mother bent over chores until her back ached. But each morning Adiku sat on her mat outside, rubbing oil into her glowing skin like a princess preparing for coronation. One afternoon, Adiku saw a ripe guava hanging high in a tall tree. She pointed and said, "I want that one." Her father tried to reach it but couldn't. Adiku screamed, "But I want it. I want it now." Her father panicked. Not wanting to disappoint her, he climbed higher. A dry branch snapped. Before anyone could call his name, he fell. His head struck a stone. He died instantly. For the first time in her life, Adiku felt sorrow. But even sorrow could not stop the curse of her desires. As she became a young woman, her beauty grew brighter. Men came from far and near to seek her hand, but she rejected all. Too short, too tall, too dirty, too dark, too proud, too poor. Nothing pleased her. Then one dry season, a young hunter came to live with his aunt. The moment Adiku saw him, her heart froze. But he walked past her like she was nothing. No one had ever ignored her before. She became obsessed. She followed him to the stream, to the market, to his aunt's house. She cooked for him, brought him bushmeat, wore her finest wrappers. But each time, he said gently, "You are beautiful, but I love someone else. I cannot betray her." His words broke her. Every night she cried until she slept. She told her mother, "I want him. Only him." Her mother begged, "My daughter, forget him. You can have any man, even the prince." But Adiku refused. Her desire had become a curse tightening around her. One stormy night, Adiku went to the young man's house. Rain soaked her clothes. Thunder tore the sky apart. She cried and begged, "Please, look at me. Love me. Choose me." But he stood firm. He refused. Adiku walked home in the heavy rain, shaking from cold and heartbreak. That night she lay on her bed, breathing fast, her body weak. By morning, she was gone. Her mother screamed until her voice disappeared. But nothing could bring Adiku back. Her final desire was denied. And the price was her life. Desperation can open doors, but not every door leads to light. Sometimes the help we seek in our darkest moments brings a deeper darkness.